Well, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Here we are, still driving into this. First stop, civilization is starting to get up and get moving here. We've been driving for 67 kilometers, 40 minutes. 40 minutes from the time that I reset my trip is when I got out of that road. But I need to stop and get some fuel. I'm gonna fill this thing up and see how far that gets us for today, because like I said, we do have lots of driving to do. We're going to Cape Breton, we're going to Louisburg, we're going to Shetty Camp, we're going to Inverness, and then we're stopping in Antigonish on the way back. So this thing needs some fuel, and I need my fuel, which is a big coffee full of caffeine, that is for sure. Well, truck is fueled up. I'm working on getting fueled up. Let's get back on the road, and it's hammer down time for sure. We've got some miles to put on today. So I've got a bunch of requests come in for some road repair jobs I got to look at. I've got to meet with a couple landowners. There's a roof job that I got to look at, and there's a lock that's actually acting up, and these locks are sort of a bit special, a bit rare. They're really hard to find somebody that has them in stock. I stock a bunch of them, obviously, so away we go. I didn't just, you know, leave and go up here for one thing. I waited till I had 3 or 4 things to look at, and away we go. So once I go up here and take a look, then I'll schedule the work to be done. I'll do the lock while I'm here, of course, but the other stuff I'll have to schedule at a later date. But yeah, we're going all the way. I'm gonna go to Louisburg first and change that lock. So the lock is in Louisburg on Cape Breton Island, and then I'm gonna cut across the other side of Cape Breton in Inverness and Shetty Camp, and then I'll catch the job in Antigonish on the way back. So really, I just want to see how this thing does on a really long road trip. This will be the longest trip so far that I've had with it since I've owned it. I've definitely driven it a lot. Yeah, I got it in late January or February sometime. I'm not even sure when I got this truck, but it's like 10,000 kilometers on it right now, so it was 6,000 miles. It's getting driven, just nothing long like this. So sit back and enjoy the ride, I guess. Made it to the Canto Causeway. We crossed this and we are in Cape Breton Island. There's some rock there. Beautiful, beautiful spot over here. It is absolutely beautiful. I think it's only a matter of time before this place, you know, starts to blow up a bit. You can buy land over here for a pretty decent price. It's a little harder to find work over here, but man, it's beautiful. Anyway, we're 351 kilometers into our trip so far, and we've got another 2 hours even to get to the site, it says. So we're going to Louisburg first. It's still 171 clicks away. We've driven for 325 minutes so far, or 3 hours and 25 minutes. So we're gonna be over 5 hours from the time we left to even get to the first site. And then it's going basically from one side of Cape Breton all the way across to the other, over to Inverness and Shetty Camp. So yeah, it's gonna be a late day for sure. I've got Wendell chilling out in the back with me. He's soon due for another pee break. I actually have to stop here in Port Hawkesbury and grab a few tools that I wasn't able to locate, because everything in my life right now is stored in sea cans still, because our house reno is just a complete joke, I guess you could say. A complete disaster. I don't even know what to say. I'm in the wrong lane here, I know that. Anyway, so it might be time for the coffee. All right, it's not a very nice day, but we're going past Berdor Lake right now. which is absolutely beautiful. Breton Lake is an amazing lake. Look how clear that water is. It's huge. It's like an ocean. You got mountains in the horizon. It is beautiful. Like, it is absolutely beautiful. I love Cape Breton. I love this lake. Cape Breton has everything that you would ever want for like a vacation. Check out the Cabot Trail. You know, this looks like an ocean, but this is not the ocean. This is Breton Lake, and it is beautiful. I mean, come on, like, look at that. Look at that. Swear that's the ocean. Coming up to one of my favorite spots in Cape Breton, and it's Ben Eon. I think I'm saying that right. So on the left is the lake. There's a campground down here, and it's like a sandbar that goes way out into the water, and they actually have like campsites like way out there. And then up on that hill, you can see there's snow up there right now. I've run into snow a few times, but there's an accumulation of snow. You can see the snow line. So here's the campground, and like that is just basically like a sandbar, and the campers are on the sandbar. So there's water here along the shore, and then there's a sandbar, and then there's the big body of the lake. Like, it is pretty freaking cool. Like, there's a causeway right here. There's a bridge you can see. It's Ben Eon Beach RV Resort. You can see the causeway goes out, and then like the freaking campground on a sandbar. And then up here they have a ski hill. Somewhere around here there's a big ski hill. I mean, like, why not? But man, like, this is a really cool spot. I think that's pretty unique. I've never seen that anywhere else along my travels. Oh, it looks like the ski hill's right over there, actually. But I've never seen that anywhere else in my life. That's pretty neat. Another reason why I love this place. We found some snow, and I mean, quite a bit of it. There's a good 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground. We've been driving for 5 hours and 20 minutes so far. We are pretty much at our first stop. Finally, pretty much at our first stop. Hopefully this goes quick. I know that hopefully this goes quick. I can swap the lock out with not too much trouble and get back on the road again. It's gonna be a late day regardless. You know, it is what it is, but hopefully it all goes quick. But yeah, we've driven through rain, we've driven through sun, we've driven through a small amount of snow, and now we're in an area where there's actually a sufficient amount of snow. Welcome to Nova Scotia. Well guys, I couldn't come this far and not get some footage of this. Again, I can't zoom on this camera, but that is the Louisbourg Fortress right there. Pretty spectacular. It's a big freaking place. There's underground tunnels and all kinds of stuff going on over there that you don't see from here. Well, now we have a 2.5 hour drive to the other side of the province, or the other side of the island. But the good news is that the second and third site are very close together, you know, within 25-30 minutes. And then the last one is on the way home. So it's gonna be around 3 o'clock by the time I even get to the next one. It's probably gonna be an 8 o'clock night for sure, I'd say, before I get home. But leaving Louisbourg, heading to Shetty Camp, the other side, complete other side. All right, well, coming up now is probably my second favorite spot. Well, no, because the Highlands is beautiful, but another one of my favorite spots in Cape Breton. So we're going across this quite large bridge right now, and of course we have the Breton Lake on both sides. I'll give you guys a good shot of that. There's a lighthouse down there. big Bredor. There's 2 Bredor lakes basically. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this place is beautiful. Check it out. All right, and then we're gonna go up is what is called Kelly's Mountain, and I went up this with the 8-ton and the 550. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before that, and the truck did fine. It's definitely a hard pull for the truck. It is very long. It is very steep, so you can see now we're right down by the water, and it's windy today. At least it's sunny now, and we're going way, 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 way up. So we're going. That's pretty cool. Cliffside. Yeah, so this is the start of our climb. It's 1:09 right now. Let's see what time it is when we get up there. We're not at the top yet, but this is one of the look-off points that they have, and turn-off points for trucks, because they heat up like crazy. But you can see there's the bridge way down there. Still going. Okay, we've reached the top. 113. So that's up 4 minutes to climb. Now you can see there's even higher mountains, but there's no roads on them. 4 minutes of torture for a truck hauling heavy weights. I'm empty. I was just clipping along. If and when I have the 8-ton or the new excavator behind this truck, it's gonna know it. Well, we have made it to the other side of the island, and this side is just as beautiful as the other side. So we are on our way to Shetty Camp right now. Shetty Camp in Inverness, and this is a really nice area through here. There's tons and tons and tons of little cottages and little restaurants and stuff you can stay at, little chalets. There are tons of them along here, and for good reason. This place is, honestly, it's breathtaking. There's obviously so many places in the world that I've never seen, and I probably never will. But if you have the opportunity to come to Cape Breton, you need to do it. This is awesome. Cliffs down there. I know this does look good on camera because people tell me that, you know, wow, those areas you go to are beautiful, but camera does nothing justice compared to seeing it in person. So, you know, if having the ocean is not enough for you, you've got rolling hills absolutely everywhere, little rivers and little lakes in between the hills. You got mountains over there. Like, what more could you want to look at? If you're positioned properly, you can see out to the ocean and you can see these mountains, and it's, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I'm from Nova Scotia. One thing I will say about this area is that they have the worst windstorms in Nova Scotia, if not the Maritimes. Wasn't sure if this was the site I was thinking of or not, but it is. Okay, right up there, you guys probably can't see, is the tower. That's where we're going. Right to the top of one of those little Appalachian mountains right there. It's windy down here, it's windy up there. Alright, we just started going up the hill, and look how high we are already. Like, we just started. I would not want to be coming down here in the wintertime. I can tell you one thing, I would be staying so close to this ditch on this side, it wouldn't even be funny. I wouldn't creep over to this side of the road at all. Because if you did, my friend, that's it. Say goodbye. She's over. We're not even halfway up this thing yet. Oh, there's a huge washout back there. Woo! Huge washout. My ears just popped like crazy. Gotta watch out for the rocks falling off the cliffs. Oh my god, this is sketchy. You can't go too close to the bank there because there's huge boulders. Okay, there's snow up here. Another big washout. Wow, that is like straight down. This is like uncomfortable to sit. Wait, I think that's asphalt. Man, that is so straight down. Yeah, it's like a little section of asphalt or concrete or something here. I don't remember this being here. They must have put this in because the road kept washing out in this section. This was not here before. Holy crap, we're still going. Man, this is sketchy. This is pretty intense. Can you imagine going up that road is like. This is bad enough. You would not get me up here in the wintertime in anything but a snowmobile or a tracked ATV. It just wouldn't happen. I don't know how these trees even grow. Like, they're just holding on for dear life. Good old root system, I guess. But yeah, right on this corner there's a washout here, and then over here you got rocks coming off the cliff. The road. A rock could come down there at any point in time, hit this truck and drive it down over that bank. But hey, what a view. What do you think, Wendell? Pretty cool, eh? There's a nice big washout. Like, there's just nothing but a drop off there. Well, 54 minutes to the next site, and that actually is on my way back, so that's good. And then after that, back to the mainland. Alright, so I had to pull over and get some actual walking footage of this for you guys. Just look at this. Listen to that. Don't listen to Wendell barking. Had a motorbike. Look at those rocks. All the way along here. back on the mainland now. Just finished my last stop. 20 after 6. We've got 11 hours and 11 minutes on the clock. 904.2 kilometers. So lots of idle time. Whatever. Time spent going slow because of crap roads. And we're averaging 15.4 liters per 100 right now, and I will do an actual final number as well. I think I've probably got a good 4-hour drive, at least 3.5, but probably 4 to get back to the rental cottage before I get home. So it's gonna be after 10 when it's all said and done. But the scenery, as you can see, is nowhere near as nice as what it was when we were on Cape Breton. That's for sure. But anyway, the truck, you know, what can you say? As far as the truck itself goes, power-wise, comfort-wise, performance-wise, it's great. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, guys. There's some problems with this truck. I think the people who built this, who actually put this truck together, like piece by piece, they were either extremely new or they were drunk, because there's a lot of little defects inside and outside this truck. The dealer, again, as always, Fairley and Stevens, they're taking care of it, but man. Anyway, it'll be a separate video. Guys, it's 8:30. I certainly do want to get home, but I thought I was done with salt for the year. Obviously I wasn't. I had this thing, you know, pretty clean before I left. I don't mind a bit of mud and stuff, but salt just gets on and it gets so much harder to get off. You can really tell the salt really grabs. You can see that line where the protective film is. But yeah, this needs a little bath, that is for sure. Okay, yeah, that's better. That I can work with. I know it just looks clean right now because it's wet, but that I can work with. It actually looks blue again, or black. You know how this color goes. All right, so back in the cockpit. What do we got now for time? Any second now. 8:45. 2 more stops to make, personal stops, and then it's home. It'll probably be 10:15, 20 after 10 by the time I get home. Well, folks, we have pretty much made it. We are pulling on this beautifully smooth cottage road right now. It's just another 15 minutes of this. Other than that, we're done. 10 o'clock at night. Get there at about 10:15 or so. So it was a trip. We put on 1,226 kilometers, 15.2 liters per 100. And actual driving time was 14 hours and 34 minutes. Actual time gone, it's 10 o'clock, 15.5 hours, you know, roughly, something like that. But let's switch this over for my American peeps. So, 762 miles, 15.3 MPG is what the truck averaged on the trip. So, you know, obviously there's quite a bit of idle time there. Going back to the kilometers, we had 1,226 or something, and it's 14 hours and 35 minutes. So if your average speed was 100 kilometers an hour, then we only would have drove for 12 hours. So lots of idle time, tons of starting and stopping. So the truck, I mean, 15.3 MPG, considering all that, not bad for a big truck like this. You know, not as good as what you're gonna get in the single rear wheels with the 355 gears. This is a dual rear wheel. See, I'm tired. This is a dual rear dual rear wheel truck with say that 5 times fast when you're tired. You know, it weighs like 9,000 pounds, so it's heavy, and the gears are 430, so you got to keep that in mind. But you know, it was definitely an enjoyable drive for sure, as enjoyable as it could be. Cape Breton is beautiful. I don't know how many times I can say that. But anyway, guys, I'm sure I look completely completely haggard. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a little drive, you know, 762 miles around Cape Breton. Left in the morning, getting back at night. There'll be a few more of these coming up, because it's this time of year that all the work starts coming in, and I gotta schedule my season and see what needs to be done for those certain jobs, and you know, all that sort of stuff. Get everything all set up and arranged. So this is when I like to do all my running around to get ready for that. So there'll be more of this coming. Anyway, that is it for now. Until next time. Wendell, you gonna say goodbye? No? You got his water dish back there. Anyway, until next time, you know what to do. Take care, stay safe, and we will see you then. Bye.